this is my hot take this week. It's going to be a biased hot take. That's okay. I don't care. All right. That's why, I'm an Orlando Magic fan. Okay. And I've already given this kid a bit of a shout out in a pod a few weeks ago, I think, as well. But I'm going to say it right now. Bol Bol, okay, is going to win Most Improved Player of the Year. All right. This kid, all right, has, with the opportunities now presented to him in Orlando, really taken his game to another level. Okay. And I think by the time the season's said and done, at the moment, he's averaging about 12 and 8 rebounds, PR just under 20. Okay. I think those numbers are going to go upwards. Okay. I think by the end of the season, this kid can probably be averaging about 16 and 10. All right, with a few blocks as well. At the moment, I'm just pulling up some stats here, because I had it open. So he's averaging 2 blocks at the moment. Okay, so I'm saying, all right, 16 and 10 and 2 blocks. Bol Bol is MIP for the year.
It is bias coming out. I'm thinking through the candidates. So a
Who
couple
else is
that
going to win it? Come on, let's go. Let's name them.
so Tyrese Halliburton is clearly in that position. He's been given the reins, transferred to a team. Indiana expected to be poor, currently isn't. Creating quite a dynamic backcourt with Benedict. So there's things there for him. You've got De'Aaron Fox kind of taking that leap that we had hoped, not just putting up the stats, but actually leading the team. And that's, I think the most improved player, it's definitely about narrative. So I know what narrative you're selling. He was a bench warmer at best with so much
He
potential,
was
glimpses
averaging 2
shown.
points a game. He was a kid that we thought was out of the league. He was not an NBA player.
I think okay, one of the stats you can look up currently, what is the plus minus when he's on the floor?
You want me to look up that stat?
Well, the only reason is the only reason is Tyrese Halliburton went from 14 points to about 20 or 22, right?
Yep.
So it's not a massive jump equivalent to what Bol Bol has, but basically Tyrese Halliburton's went from a prospect to probably an all-star, or at least borderline all-star. But the difference is he's went from a team and has made them better and has brought them into contention, a team that we didn't probably expect to be at that. Bol Bol has finally gotten minutes, which is this a Magic specific circumstance, or could he have just gotten 20 minutes anywhere else and probably shown glimpses of that? It was a very weird predicament in Denver where he just never played, right? And probably not needed when you have a center like Nikola Jokic to, have on the court anyway, but he never really got minutes. It was garbage time. He looked really good in garbage time. It was flashes in the pan. Now he's just getting that. It is a most improved situation, but it's also more a just doing more with more sort of thing. So Tyrese Halliburton had minutes in Sacramento, has minutes in Indiana, but is clearly doing more than he was in a previous season, has made improvement in a sense. Whereas Bol Bol is legitimately just going from sitting on the bench to actually getting on the court.
I'm going to test your memory here. We picked MIPs at the preseason. Who'd you pick again?
So I picked Jalen Brunson because I felt that he was going to take that leap from, I guess, really solid second option to a main all-star caliber thing.
All
And
right.
unfortunately, the Knicks are pretty average. He's playing well,
He's playing well.
but
Yep.
but I don't think it's going to be the jump that you would want unless the Knicks probably needed to be a top 4 team. But then there's also a caveat to RJ Barrett and Julius Randle aren't necessarily playing well off him. So he's not really having the impact that you would have hoped for.
Okay, so you're basically saying now Tyrese Halliburton is your front runner at the moment for MIP.
Indiana are 9-6. They're doing statistically better than a lot of teams that are in the playoffs. No one expected that at all, right? And he's getting different coverages this year. So, there is an expectation of he's going to be the primary ball handler. He's going to have to run the offense. And his numbers have not dipped. They have actually increased since then.
Oh, that's cool. Obviously, I picked Josh Giddey at the start of the season, so I'm jumping off. I'm jumping onto the Bol Bol bandwagon. All right, and the Magic fan, give me something to root for this year at least, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, you're evaluating prospects, collecting talent. You're doing something, Orlando, but I don't know what it is.